Hello YouTube. In this video we're going to talk about computer system and device security and why it's important for everyone, especially home users. Now you wouldn't expect home users to be targets, but in this presentation I will show you reasons and give you examples on why home users are targets and never even realize they are. So first goal is, what is an attacker's objectives? What's their driving goal? You have fame, you have monetary gain, you have political or religious agendas. Some of them are activists. That Guy Fawkes mask right there is a prime example of the group Anonymous. They have a lot of political agendas. And of course you have no other reason but to cause chaos. Some people just like to watch the world burn. So what is the attacker after? Information or destruction? Under the information, they go after financial information, personal information, and intellectual property. If they're out to cause destruction, they're out to destroy valuable information, destroy an individual, or destroy an organization. So why is your device a target? Well, your online devices contain your browsing habits, which with the browsing habits come advertisements. That's also a selling point for some information. Your online devices contain financial information, such as your banking account, your purchasing habits and selling habits, which can lead to banking information. You have personal information such as social security numbers, birthdays, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers. You have networking, which a lot of social media is networking. It's personal networking. You also have your own internal network. On your internal network you may have various things. You have a lot of information in social media, and of course your personal device also contains the internet, which gives them a connection to other systems. So to expand on why your device or PC is a target, with your financial information, attackers can use your purchasing information or selling information via different sites like eBay. There are a lot of different selling sites. They can even get into some of the Amazon stuff if they can hack into it. And eventually your purchasing and selling accounts are going to lead to your financial account for your banking accounts, debit cards, and credit cards. So with your financial information, an attacker can use your account, be it a checking account, a debit card, or credit card, to make transfers or purchases from your accounts. This can either consume your funds, completely deplete your funds, or render you in great debt that you are completely unaware of. A lot of your banking accounts, checking accounts and stuff have overdraft fees, and your credit card, yeah, they can max the credit card completely out, and you may not even know about it until later on. They also go after your personal information with social security numbers, email addresses, birth dates, phone numbers, physical addresses, anything that's personally identifiable information. With that information, they can actually sell your personal information to spammers and other organizations that buy up people's information. Think about it, like Facebook and a lot of other social media sites have a massive wealth of personal information on people. All of this information combined with possible financial information also means an attacker can contact your financial institution pretending to be you with all your information to validate they are whom they say they are, which is actually you. They can then get new debit cards, new credit cards, new bank accounts in your name, and completely withdraw all funds from your account and put it in another account of their choosing. This is commonly known as identity theft, and you would be amazed at how often this happens. And there are lots of people out there that end up hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because they have a really good credit score, and whenever you have a really good credit score, the banks are perfectly willing to create whatever account they think you want. Why? Make some money. And then you have your own network and personal networking. So on your internal network, you might have your spouse, your kids, any friends that come over. You might even have neighbors that are using your network connection. If they can actually get into your system, that opens up the possibility and makes it easier for them to get into other systems that are on your internal network. Now, for personal networking through social media with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, there are hundreds of them out there. They can use social media to gain information on your family or friends, and this also helps them to search for another new possible victim. In this social media, they also have the ability to spam other people pretending to be you, so the information looks like it's coming from a trustable source when it's actually not, and they can gain more information on other people. This is called social engineering. And then, of course, your device is connected up to the World Wide Web, which is a massive network of interconnected systems. The attacker can use your system that's connected to the internet to help them attack other systems that are on the internet. If they so choose, they can use your system to launch attacks against massive corporations, governments, and any other individual person. Corporate and government intellectual property, such as blueprints, recipes, secret plans, have an extremely high value on the black market and can often be sold for millions upon millions of dollars. This is the whole thing behind corporate espionage. Using your system, they can hide their information and all information of the attacks, and it will look like that it all came from your system. So when it's back traced, it will come back to you, which can potentially put you under huge legal problems while the attacker gets away clean and clear. Another reason is browsing habits for advertisements. An attacker can use your browsing habits to make them money. If you ever went online and you seen a pop-up of an advertisement come up, this is very common. Most of the time that is adware and malware. They will use malware to get the malicious software on your system, and then adware will start generating the ads and pop-ups. Those ads, every time one comes up on your system, just made someone money. Span that across millions of systems and you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in minutes. These habits that you have about the websites that you go to, the things that you view, the things you browse, the things you purchase, this information is also extremely valuable to marketers. This information can be sold on the black market for a very high amount of money. There is a lot of value in what you do on the internet, how you do it, and why. And another issue and another reason your system could be a target is to cause destruction. The attacker could be actually out to hurt a particular person. The attacker could be out to hurt you if they have something against you for some reason. Let's say they watched a YouTube video that you were in and they decided that they wanted to get to you. This is also a reason attackers go out after people. It could also be that they want to just destroy, corporate information. How we were talking about the intellectual property. If you go in and destroy a lot of that information, a lot of their financial records and stuff like that, you can do massive amounts of damage to a company, a business. You can go in and destroy information for the governments, and this causes mass amounts of problem. The other thing is they can use your system to do these attacks, and unfortunately all that will probably come back showing up as you were the one that done it and not so much the attacker. You also have to remember that there are some people out there that just like causing chaos and destruction, and they simply just want to see the world burn. There's no right rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. You'll see these results in the news all the time. There's all kinds of news sites. You have news on the TV. It doesn't matter where you go, you're going to see different things about different hacks and exploits and the results and things that have happened. Recently we had the Ashley Madison issue where millions of accounts were published. A lot of people were exposed about having an account on a website that is targeted for not just so much dating as much as it is for also adultery. So it's for married people to try to find other people to hook up with. The fappening, which was another famous incident that happened not too long ago, where hackers had stolen thousands of people's pictures, and a lot of them were famous people. These photos, a lot of them were nude pictures and videos. They were sold online for millions of dollars. And you also have attacks against many different organizations and governments all the time, and it gets posted in the news all the time. Every single day there are millions of attempts against the United States government, as well as many other governments. Same goes with a lot of the companies in the United States and all over the world. You do not want your name to be tied up in the middle of any of these messes, and you don't want your name to be the next big headline as an attack in the news. So how can you protect yourself? Well, honestly, there's lots of different ways. First and foremost is run a good antivirus, install good security software, have a good firewall, install system maintenance software that keeps your system clean, make sure that things are in order, that everything's not all messed up, and most importantly, updates. You need to update your security software, you need to update your operating system, you need to update your drivers, because there's all the time new bugs coming out, new things that are found. These updates help clear that. There are all the time new exploits and new issues found in operating systems and the drivers. Updates are released all the time to help fix that. So really, your best defense is to make sure you install necessary security software. Do not use default passwords or accounts. Do not use default pre-installed software. Yes, Windows and many other operating systems come with a firewall already built in. They come with anti-malware software already built in. Don't ever use the default stuff. Go after known good products. Install a known good antivirus, firewall. Make sure your system updates are done, your driver updates. Make sure you have a good system maintenance utility and security scanners that search for malware, spyware, and adware. You really need to learn how to use these programs, how to keep them updated, and perform the scans regularly to keep your system maintained, updated, and as clean as possible. Remember that antivirus, anti-malware, anti-spyware, anti-adware, and firewall applications require regular updates to keep up with any new threats to protect your system, and your system requires OS and driver updates to protect from new threats discovered in the system. So here are some examples of some of the security software that you can use. For the antiviruses, you can use Avast, Avira, AVG, McAfee, Norton, Komodo. For firewalls, one of the good ones is Zone Alarm. You also have the Avast Internet Security Suite. Norton and Komodo has a firewall as well. System utilities, there are a lot of them out there. These are just some of the top ones. You have the Advanced System Care, System Mechanic, WAN Optimizer, and TuneUp. For adware and spyware, Spybot Search and Destroy and Adware 2nd Edition is two of the really good ones out there. And then for malware, again, there are hundreds of programs. Two of the best ones I've used so far are Malware Blaster and Malwarebytes. And then there, of course, are a lot of other things you can do to strengthen and advance your security in your network and systems. There's a lot you can do with your network devices and routers in your home. Don't leave your router on the default configuration. Make sure you configure the wireless to use WPA and WPA2 keys. Don't use WEP. WEP is very easy to crack. It doesn't take very long. I can crack your WEP key with my cell phone. There are applications out there that let you do it. There are some safety measures built into home routers that can be enabled, but not a lot. A lot of them will enable IPsec. They'll do ICMP blocking, lots of various different things. You just have to learn your particular hardware, what it has, how to go in and set up the options. The biggest thing is, educate yourself on the different vulnerabilities, threats, and things that you can do to keep yourself safe and secure. And first and foremost, the absolute most important, avoid using defaults. Defaults let anyone in because the default information is posted all over the internet. It's out there for everybody. It's like having a coded door that has a default code of 1, 2, 3, 4. If you never change the code, anyone can just put in the default code and walk in. That's not very secure. You don't want just anyone walking in your door like that. The objective is to try to make it as difficult as possible. There is no way to absolutely block 100% There's no way to make yourself 100% secure because it's always evolving, it's always changing, there's always new attacks, new threats, there's always new exploits, all kinds of different things. So make sure you just do your research on your devices, on the software, make sure you learn how to use them. And for all this, Google is going to be your best friend. A lot of people sit there and say, oh, I can't believe you're suggesting to use Google. Hey, you know what? I am absolutely going to suggest using Google because there is a massive crap ton of information out there for everyone. I would like to thank everyone for watching this presentation. This information is out there for absolutely everybody. As always, watch, like, and share. Have a great day.